Firstly, I want to apologize for mistalking yesterday when I was mentioning Apostle Suleiman. Someone mentioned Apostle Suleiman, then I didn't know when I blacked out. I started mentioning Apostle Suleiman. But for some of you, you know exactly the message I was trying to pass yesterday. You know exactly who we were talking about yesterday. There are some people in this world that whenever they see a message, they do not listen to the message. They start listening to the way you are presenting that message. Yeah. There are some people that Jesus Christ will come on heart to them and tell them this is the way. Do you know what they will be concerned about? They will be concerned about the language. They will say, Jesus Christ, you should know how to speak good English now. Why are you speaking broken? And because you are speaking broken, we do not want to listen to you. Well, thank you for the correction. But for some of you who know the message, thank you very much. And let me apologize for mistalking yesterday. Firstly, so let's go back and of course bring out some new evidence from the BBC documentary about TB Joshua. So TB Joshua, a BBC documentary will be releasing the part 1 of TB Joshua's documentary, a look into his secret life. Like I've said before, I don't know if he's guilty or not. I wasn't there. I wasn't part of his church. I wasn't at his place, but this is coming from BBC. From BBC, apparently TB Joshua is performing fake miracle, staged miracle, humiliating and harassing people. Although what I know about TB Joshua, what I know while he was alive, I never really took time to go deeply into the rest stuff. What I read about him is his charity way, how he kept giving and giving and giving until the day he died. But we never knew there was this other dark side the media were trying as much as possible to hide. Because there are old footages of people, of women confronting TB Joshua, old footages of white a lady who was able to testify and said she went back to confront TB Joshua and she has old footages to show for it. So we never knew those such videos were everywhere. But however, there were people who were speaking out then that we weren't paying attention to. Yes, ever since that BBC documentary came out, we saw a lot of videos of people as at far back then when TB Joshua was alive. They actually came out to confront him. But we didn't pay attention. We were carried away with so many other stuff. Nigeria gets so many other problems now. Like this woman here. Look at her, guys.
Joshua, and he wrote something like Arabic in a paper that I should put it under my pillow. And from there, everything I see in my dream is TB Joshua having sex with me and seeing myself in the synagogue. I could not live a normal life, so I went back to synagogue to complain. And TB Joshua said God wanted to use me. So in my mind, I thought maybe, it's some evil playing in my mind. Until I got into the synagogue, I was separated from my family, I was separated from my friends. And when I got there, after like a week, TB Joshua invited me into his room and he sexually...
That's a woman. That's the woman. And this time, as at a few years ago, there were people protesting. But we never really heard about it. Maybe as at then, I wasn't really into YouTube then. But I wasn't really paying attention, But however, I'm going to play you some of testimonies, some of part of the documentary. Let us listen to it, guys. And
time inside, I decided I'm out. I can't take this at all. When I left, I went back to confront him because I wanted abuse to stop.
Let him come here and meet. I want to see the shop.
I was filming this on my phone in case something bad happened. We'd obviously seen the security manhandle people before.
Let me get out. Let me get out. Don't hold me. Why can't he come here?
Joshua invested more than 90% of what we got in VHS videos. The law he gives to cameramen is record everything. So many videos, so many. He came with something different, something unusual, something that was never in the Christendom. The whole world had never seen something like this.
Who are you? Who are you?
My head! Oh, my head!
Who are you?
When he looked into my eyes, he pierced into my subconscious. His eyes were enchanting. I wanted to cry.
Evil spirits. These are the people who are demonically possessed. And that's the people you are seeing on the screen of a television right now. Fire! Fire! All part of your body right now in the name of Jesus. Right now, all your dress, your clothes, your dress, your shirt, every part of your body.
You can imagine how powerful he was. There are some things I don't know how to explain. You can deliver somebody with evil spirit just with a single sentence.
Why are you hiding? Can't look at your face. Who are you? Agent of Satan. Huh? Agent of Satan. Agent of Satan. Yes, sir.
If people want to talk about him, they talk about him under their breath. They're afraid of his spiritual power.
There is victory in his blood.
In his blood.
There is healing.
There is healing.
In his blood.
In his blood.
There is deliverance.
There is deliverance.
In his blood.
In his blood.
The spiritual power of TB Joshua hypnotizes people, affects people. TB Joshua asked me to find virgins for him, to bring young girls into disciple fold. In the midnight, this person will be called into his bedroom so that he could disvirgin them. When those girls come out, he usually take all the bed sheets and everything, he pack them and take them to the prayer mountain.
Everything I heard about that testimony so far has to do with occultism, ritual, and spirituality. You know, there are people gifted with the power of hypnosis, hypnotizing people. They can command you to sleep and you will sleep. You don't even know. They can command you to eat grass and you will eat grass. They hypnotize you. Well, all the same, we know this world is a spiritual world. We know very well. But then we do not know which is good spirit from God or which is the angels, the spirit from the fallen angels, the demonic spirit from the fallen angels. That is why I'm going to say this. That is why God said, seek refuge, seek refuge, seek refuge, seek refuge. You know, we are human beings with different faiths. There are some who are Christians, there are some who are Muslims, there are some who are pagans, or some who are atheists who do not believe in God, some with other different religion and belief. It's really hard to explain anything that everyone will understand. But this is what I will say. I'm going to speak for God because that's what I believe. I'm going to speak on behalf of, I'm going to speak concerning God because that's what I believe. I do not understand other people' religion. I can say I will speak for God, people who are the Jewish, the Christian, the Muslim, because we still believe we serve same God. So, this is it, guys. Nobody will intercede for you in the day of judgment. You will succeed for yourself. And every choice you made on heart, you won't say somebody deceived you. Of course, somebody is going to pay for deceiving other people, but you're going to pay for listening and deceiving yourself as well. So why are you allowing a man with same flesh and blood deceive you? Why are you worshiping a man with flesh and blood? Why? Why are you worshiping him? Because if you think you are not worshiping your pastor, say you are lying to yourself. Honestly, people will say, no, Jesus is the blood, Jesus is this. And meanwhile, when you are doing wrong in your house, you are doing the wrong things, your pastor is not there. It's always God that is seeing you. You are not afraid. But as soon as your pastor comes, you are afraid. Then you say you are worshiping God. No, you worshiping your pastors, man. The victim of those people are people who were carried away, who saw the man as an angel of God, who saw the man as this and that. And I've said it before, the recordings, what I know about Pastor T.B. Joshua, then I wasn't really that deep. What I know about him before he died was that he was a charitable man who healed a lot of people, who made a lot of prophecies. Some of them actually do, up to today, do usually come out to be true. That's what I know. So all those stuff around him now, honestly, I cannot bear witness that I know if he did it or not. Honestly, I'm not going to bear witness over something I do not know. I wasn't there to participate. I wasn't involved in it. So this is a documentary from BBC, and they said TB Joshua is this, TB Joshua is that, did this, that, this. I've done a lot of crazy stuff around him. He's not that man of God that you guys think he was. He was crazy. He was hypnotizing people. He was doing those crazy stuff. But I wasn't there though. And I'm not going to condemn a man that I never met, that I never saw. And again, the media has lost their credibility over the years. The media pick certain things that they want to talk about. It's not everything the media picks. And the media is supposed to be independent to pick every news and seek the truth out of that thing. But the media is being controlled. So the media has lost their credibility over the years. That is why it's really hard for us to actually come out to say, oh, I condemn Pastor T.B. Joshua for doing this. It's hard for me. I can't do it. I can't. I wasn't there. If pastors can bribe people, hold people, respectable people in the society, hold people in your village to come and stage fake miracles, how are you sure they cannot bribe the same old people to come and give false statements? That's it. So the thing is confusing. How am I sure they cannot bribe same old people, some young guys, young women with good face, nice dress to come and give false statements? We are living in a really crazy time. We do not even know what to believe again. Honestly, it's really, I've been thinking about this matter and I will condemn. I will say, no, you should not condemn because we weren't there. The media is corrupted so much that you barely even know where to turn to. You barely even know what is right or wrong. So the bottom line, like I said in my previous video, was that please train your kids well. Train your children well. People got the message yesterday, but so many people didn't even get the message. They were just talking on other different stuff. Train your kids well to depend solely in God. Train your kids well that God is not far away from them. God is not with that man that is standing over there in the altar. It's not with that man. God is equally with you just the way He's with that man. That's if you truly in your heart call for Him. That's as simple as that. He said it in His book. It's written there in all His books that have ever been written about God. It's written there, clear. with barrel and with barrel or paper or whatsoever is printed on, is written there, and yet you are doing the opposite. You know how crazy human beings are? You can see it, you read it clearly that God said this. They say this about God. You can see it. It is not. It is not in a whole text that you cannot understand. It's reading in English. Some are even translated in your own dialect, and yet you don't even understand what they are saying. You are reading meaning into God saying that, call unto me and I will be there. You are reading meaning into it that God said, call unto him through somebody. Are you crazy as a human being? When he's there and you say God will not judge you, there are some human beings in this world that are so unbelievable and they fall for this kind of trap. You misread, you are lost, you are perishing because of lack of knowledge. And this is not even lack of knowledge, because your eyes are blind. See, the worst thing that can happen to a human being, oh God, you people think it's a joke. The worst thing that can happen to a human being, that's if you believe in God. The worst thing that can happen to a human being, the worst punishment is to be blind and you can see. To be deaf, but you can hear. No, that means no matter the goodness, no matter the preaching, you can hear, but you are spiritually deaf. There is nothing that will make you hear the word of God. There is nothing that will make you understand the text of God. But you can read. You can read and understand. You are a very, very articulated person. Because it's there, it's written in his book. Call unto me. Did he say the pastor should call unto him alone? Then you will follow. Did he say that? Call unto me by yourself. By yourself. That's little I know about God though. I'll be damned. I will be damned if I put my faith on another man. I will be damned. I don't pray God should ever put me in that kind of position. I will be damned. The only thing I can do is to organize prayers, do charity, give to God. And giving to God to me is giving to the needy. It's not giving to the monks or the church. I don't recognize it, honestly speaking. If I have money, I can decide to build a temple for God, for people to come and worship. But in the little I have, my brother and sister, I will give it to the needy. That is me giving to God as well. Well, let's move past that. Let me know exactly how you feel. Go and try and watch the doc and let me know, guys. Bye.